Hey, Nichole Huntsman, your astrologer from moderncosmic.com. On this video, I'm going to show you guys how to locate, by using astro.com, your Sun Moon midpoints. This is just a quick, brief, easy little tutorial. What you're going to do, come to astro.com, ta-da, and if you don't have a guest user account or a user account, what you can do is, actually, let me ignore this part. Okay. Log out. There we go. Guess whatever. Hey, Nichole Huntsman from moderncosmic.com. On this little video, I'm going to show you how to locate your Sun Moon midpoint. And the Sun Moon midpoint is a very important, many times underused point in relationship astrology. And the reason why is the Sun Moon, these two luminaries in our chart represent the masculine, the sun, and the feminine, the moon. So inside of all of us, ultimately, we have both a masculine and feminine part that we would like to ultimately have come together into the sacred divine marriage. When you have both your masculine and feminine energies fully integrated with one another, that's when you're an individuated human being, and that's when you can pull into your space healthy relationships. So with astrology, when we see the Sun Moon midpoint being triggered through synastry or through transits of some kind, or solar arcs or progressions, that's when we have shifts and changes in our relationship sort of status or our approach to relationship. So what we're going to do here on astro.com, so I'm going to show you guys, pull up the website. You're going to come to this tab, Free Horoscopes, and it will give you a little drop-down menu. You can play around in here if you haven't yet. I would be surprised if you hadn't. I do, by the way, love some of their written reports. I think that all of the Liz Green reports are pretty fantastic. I've bought several of them and been happy with what I've got. It's a good starting point before you actually go to an astrologer for a reading. They can give you a good, basic background. Okay, at any rate, we're going to come over here to Drawings and Calculations. Scroll on down to Extended Chart Selection. This right here, this button, you should remember how to get to this spot. Everything that, pretty much any chart you want to draw up, for the most part, the charts and the techniques I talk about on YouTube, you're going to find by coming here. They should have this actually on their homepage, but I'll help them with the redesign. So it's going to pull up this menu. If you don't already have a user account for astro.com, I would recommend creating one because it will save all of the data, all the birth info you put in for different individuals will be saved. So you can access it over and over again without having to enter it in, each time. So we're going to, just for privacy's sake, we're going to use a guest. I'm going to enter this in as a guest user. All right, so we'll click here. And we'll just use my information to drop the Sun Moon midpoint because we know my info. And you put in the birth date, of course. You need the birth time because that's what sets up all of the houses and the moon's exact degree. You can't do Sun Moon midpoint accurately without the birth time because you won't have the exact location of the moon. And then the city. It'll give you some suggested locations. Okay, click on the right city for you, and then, okay, now we're going to come back. It brings us back to this default extended chart selection screen. What we're going to do next, we need to, typically when you're drawing charts up with astro.com and with the things I talk about on YouTube, I'd have you come here and select one of these circular charts, and there's all different types of charts you can select from, right? Relationship charts, and you can do all types of forecasting, etc., etc., okay? But for the Sun Moon midpoint, this one's a little bit more hidden. You've got to come over here to this fourth option, pull in Astrolog, click on that, and it's going to pull up a new drop-down menu. So select Aspect Midpoint Grid Chart, okay? It's pretty cool. It's going to show you all the midpoints between all of your different planets, and I have to give a little shout out to astro.com for putting this up here for us, because midpoints are little hidden gems, and many times when we blend, you can blend the different planets together and you sort of come up with a whole new planet, so to speak. It's not a planet, but if you want to know about someone's sexuality, let's say. I said that because my eyes went right to Mars. I've got a Leo midpoint between Venus and Mars, so my yin and yang, these are also considered sort of yin and yang. Venus and Mars, but it's more directly speaking to our desire nature, and it's romance, and it's, you know, what we need to feel turned on. So I've got a 10-degree Leo, you know, midpoint, so it's quite fiery and passionate and ardent, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but the Sun and the Moon midpoint's right here. It's at the very top. Here's your Sun, here's your Moon, there's your midpoint. Cancer. 4 degrees of Cancer is the little spot directly between my Sun and my Moon in my birth chart. So this 4 degree of Cancer point is a trigger. It's a sensitive point in my chart. There's a video, I'll put a link on it here for you if you want to watch. Using the Sun Moon midpoint with your synastry it's going to open a whole new world to you if you've never used it before, okay? So the reason I'm showing you guys how to find this is because it was kind of in a hidden spot, A, and B, I'm going to be doing some other videos today on love timing. So we'll do a video, part 2, we're going to talk about the progressed moon, what you need, what your partner needs currently in their sort of cycle, and then we're going to talk in part 3 about timing, like when am I going to be meeting someone that I fall in love with? You know, when am I going to be meeting a soulmate? So stay tuned. Those will be coming up a little bit later today. I'll be getting them all done. Okay, hope you have a good one, and thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye.